The World Cup is in 3 countries. 3. The United States, Canada, Mexico. 1 tournament, 3 national anthems at the border, and a travel itinerary that would exhaust a diplomat. Nobody asked if this was a good idea. It happened anyway. And the reason FIFA made this call is not the one you are probably thinking. It is not unity, it is not friendship, it is not some warm continental embrace. It is a number. One specific number that forced everyone's hand. Here is exactly what that number is. 104. That is how many matches are being played at this World Cup. 104 games across 16 cities. For comparison, the last World Cup in Qatar had 64. This one has 40 more. 40. That is not a rounding error. That is almost an entire extra tournament bolted onto the side. One country cannot host 104 matches. Not without building stadiums from scratch, which costs billions and takes years, or cramming games into venues so close together, the grass never recovers. FIFA knew this, which is why 3 countries stopped competing against each other and started cooperating. The joint bid was announced in 2017. They called it United as One. Whether that name was poetic or just convenient is a question best left unanswered. But here's where it gets interesting. The 104 matches did not appear from nowhere. FIFA made a decision, a deliberate, calculated, financially motivated decision. They expanded the tournament from 32 teams to 48. 48 nations. More games, more tickets, more broadcast rights, more everything. The World Trade Organization projected the event would create over $80 billion in economic activity. So the expansion was not about giving more countries a chance to compete, though that is the version FIFA prefers to tell. It was about making the biggest sporting event on Earth even bigger. 48 teams meant more matches. More matches meant more countries needed. The logic ran in one direction only. Follow the money. It gets there before the football does. Here is the part most coverage skips. Every stadium in the joint bid was already built, required no major construction, and averaged over 68,000 seats in capacity. The 3 countries did not just win the vote. They won it because they were the safest, cheapest, most ready option on the table. Infrastructure already in place. No construction delays. No risk. At FIFA's Congress in Moscow in 2018, the joint bid took 67% of the vote. It was not close. So the romantic version is 3 neighbors coming together for the love of football. The accurate version is that FIFA needed 104 venues worth of ready infrastructure, and 1 continent happened to have it. Same outcome. 3 countries are hosting the World Cup because FIFA expanded the tournament to 48 teams, which produced 104 matches, which no single country could realistically stage alone. The United States, Canada, and Mexico had the stadiums, the geography, and the sense to stop competing and combine their bid. They won easily. The football is spread across 16 cities and 3 clusters, so teams are not flying 3,000 miles between group games. It is logistically ambitious, it is commercially enormous, and it is, whether you find it inspiring or exhausting, the new normal for the World Cup going forward. The game has not changed. You have. You're welcome. Subscribe if you enjoyed this type of content. It means a lot.